Alright, let's get this out of the way. It's just another compilation of direct video game parodies, so here's the ones that stood out the most. Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and interestingly, an unofficial Super Mario screensaver, which I hadn't know about. 6 out of 10. Very straight to the point, but at the cost of uniqueness. I only really like the skits listed here, while the rest are misses or just there. Since the thumbnail uses an older format for the side videos, it feels like this was meant for a Wednesday release instead of a Saturday one. You can take it or leave this one as you please, since we're here for the meat and potatoes. Next video. The Meme Quad head over to YouTube headquarters since Force's channel is at a risk of demonetization. Meanwhile, Mario is craving cafeteria fries after gazing at them from an employee. Instead of asking for a badge assuming they serve anyone, he instead harasses the workers to steal them while making attempts to keep him out of trouble to resolve Force's problem faster, as he lost his cool this time. 3 wants no part of these hijinks but forces himself to stay after a plea. The two use the elevator to go talk with the staff, but it combusts, and without a signal, they can't contact the others. Not even blowing up the doors work, which means they couldn't use the elevator like that at the beginning of the speed. Meanwhile, Maggie tries to calm down the irrational promenade so she could go back snack clean. Remind me how a character like him is supposed to get what he wants with zero consequence. Ford checks the escape door, but is frightened when he sees a familiar wench. Having given up on getting out and exasperate with each other, they catfight. Maggie realizes they've been missing for a while, so she checks the elevator, finding out it's broken. They go to the roof investigating the issue, discovering that the generator's jammed with the garbage from the nearby hobo, who happens to be former CEO Susan W. Apparently, since she's been fired from her job, she wants one last chance at revenge by bombarding Force's channel with yellow dollar signs, even after a period of solidarity. Goes to show how pittiness is a strong emotion in the modern world. Mario goes unclear and Sparta kicks her off the building with no witnesses. The elevator's fixed and their buds are safe and sound, but it isn't the last we see of the Guardian's broken bond. Susan miraculously survived the fall, but is faced with her new reality in the Shadow Realm.
Good riddance.
10 out of 10, a double duo frenzy, and the end of Tyrannical chapter. Whether you like it or not, the 4 starring characters are main characters capable of delivering interesting actions and jokes. That completely is like saying SpongeBob characters are overused despite a streak of good episodes featuring them. Coming from someone who's still pro variety, I laugh a lot in this one because of the onslaught of cartoon violence. You know, the thing most fans, SMG4 fans, came here in the first place? I especially enjoy Mario and Maggie's antics in spite of the former's behavior. Remember, being a scatterbrain doesn't excuse everything they do. The humor and animation are par for the course. I like how they closed the thread on Susan's role for the series. She could have left them alone even without the access to YouTube's tools and enjoy her retirement, but she chose to mess with the people she once helped against a former threat and got what she deserved. Now I wonder when the new guy will show up and what he looks like, but we got other psychos to deal with in the meantime.
In 1995,
Huey released this. Or?
Luigi and Tari are playing the latest Pokemon game, free of bugs, and Mario asks where his sombrero is to celebrate the best country. They ignore him thanks to the game until he makes them get their attention. He asks if he can join in the fun, but Luigi remembers the last time Mario was heavily invested in Pokemon. He tricks him into thinking his lasagna's ruined so he could take his spot. Mario ends up binging the game to completion after Tari falls asleep, but he doesn't want the monster catching to end. Panicking and shaking about what he should do next in life, Manly suggests going outside to catch actual Pokemon. While failing to just throw Pokeballs, Swag pokes in, warning him the creatures are in danger and convinces him to capture humans instead of in a foolishly non-specific manner. Mario's addiction manifests into taking Gotta Catch 'em All to the most literal sense and stuffs his companions in Pokemon balls. Bob and Tari run and hide from the Italian psycho, and she gets an idea to lure him in with the Croc Dentist toy. Presumably through his delusional tendencies, Mario manages to talk with the object, realizing his obsession with a video game is what got him into this mess. Recognizing the error of his ways by freeing everyone, he then obviously thinks they brushed off being hostages and now they want to play a different game with him. But gets Capuchin's worse behavior. It will also help gamers like him if Game Freak pays themselves making content every year. And I'm no 7.5 out of 10. Pokemon makes an extreme combat with vengeance, and a small commentary on the state of the franchise. It's Mario becoming an addict while parroting everyone's favorite 2000 horror flick featuring Huey Lewis. The one thing that truly set him up was Swag's little suggestion, and afterwards isn't seen again. If he become one of Mario's captives, he would have taken note of his mistake, assuming more cells in that brain were functioning that day. To make things clear, both of them were at fault and deserved some kind of consequence. I got a kick out of violence as usual, but there were times when it feels necessary, particularly Mega getting bit by the toy multiple times and Tari staying away from Mario's scraps. This is why you don't repeatedly point out anyone particular to exaggerate an issue. Also, Mario wasn't that entertaining to watch, as he felt borderline obnoxious for his actions, but is rightfully punished at the end. I'm sorry for bringing this up, but to anyone who thinks his friends were in the wrong for not wanting to be captured by someone who's clearly unstable, and write this video off as terrible for that reason alone,
You are so fucking pathetic.
these guys wouldn't last a day watching a single program where the chat characters are in some way written to be jerks who face karma by the end of each episode. And their reactions come out people hate watching Teen Titans Go back when it came out. So let's end this emotionally charged tangent with the following video.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah.
The two opposites are playing with their pets. During a power scaling dispute, Beak steals Three's precious diary, causing the Guardians to feel like old times somewhat. The pets hear an ice cream truck outside, which is illegally run by Bob. But ice cream is ice cream. As they smash the window for the goods, Mario gets in the way since he's that loyal of a customer, and Big and Eggdog glance at the cone, immediately pursuing it. But Mr. Munner comes to arrest Bob for not having a vendor's permit, making him throw the cone and booking it. The pets jump in his cruiser because of the Galato and are stuck in the car chase. Mario oversees the commotion and tells his boss their kids are on the run, causing them to panic to get them back. Bob and Monitor face off on the road with Big and Eggdog on the front row seats. Monitor tries to pop him, but they see it as another ice cream, chewing it and making Johnny Knoxville proud. He spins out of the control and bumps into Bob's truck, making them crash. Then Big and Eggdog roam the city streets and spot Judge up at the park with a cone in his hand. The Duck Frog refuses to give it up, so they chase him down until he bumps into one of Karen's kids, making his motherly instincts shine through by giving them a hug. 4 and 3 are stuck in traffic, spotting Karen with their little ones. Jumping to the conclusion, she is holding him hostage, while Karen obviously defends them from their owners. The pet sees Jojo still has the cone and continue to go after it. They go to an abandoned building where Bob is holding a deal with Payanta Mafiosos regarding his ice cream business. He shows them Patrick Starr's briefcase and of course the trio devoured it clean, causing the bomb to think it was all set up, and both parties fire away at each other. 4 and 3 come in and save their skins, but are cornered, so the youngins come in to save the day, making the gangsters wish they hadn't left eyes with Delfino. Everyone's safe from the danger and walk home, and Big and Eggdog find a new appreciation for each other, while Bob and Jojo are either stuck in 2012 or realize they might be too young for that connection. You decide. 9 out of 10, Big and Eggdog's Sandy Ice Cream Adventure. This uniquely centers on the show's mascot wanting a frozen treat, causing an exaggerated misunderstanding. I like to see fun when their owners weren't around, while 3 and 4 try their best to keep them safe as their responsibility. Karen is very good in this one, as her experience as a mom shows her soft side, at the same comedically making her ignorant to the issue. And Bob is just typical crook doing a deed that fits his character enough, with Monitor hilariously letting him get away with it, arguably petty crime, it does also need to see the three kid characters of the show be the ones to resolve insanity. The humor is pretty wacky and fun, the animation is pretty good with minor flaws, and the pacing, while slow during JoJo's part, is otherwise acceptable. It's an episode that easily stands out from the others this year, and hopefully we see another one like it soon. Time to finish this batch of reviews.
You dense, irritating miniature beast of burden!
Four is annoyed about Mario stuffing wieners in the kitchen, but finds his PC on the Shrek Online title screen, proceeding to play to get his mind off things until the paisano without an Orgo avatar barges in. Mario explains he was teleported in the game from agitating a wizard, but doesn't give out more details. He also sets a village on fire, making us wonder if the moderators are even allowed to ban him for that. The villagers are ready to attack, but Mario teleports him and Four elsewhere. The duo are on their way to find the guy that did it and stop by Shumi's shop for a steed. But they lack the currency for it, so he offers them a side task to exterminate the Jinjis off his property. But they combine and turn into a giant. Mario cops out of battle by game-ending the mushroom and taking the donkey to Forest dismay. They journey up to various fever dream locations to level up and face the wizard that trapped the plumber in the digital realm. 3. Non-accountability shows up in a wizard avatar, catching them off guard, jogging Mario's memory. What actually happened was that he wanted to spawn a donkey from the game through Tari's meta arm, but impulsively ignored the instructions, warping him in. Four heads over to Tari's room to get their anti-role model out of the program, but 3 still wants to fight. But 4 throws himself off to go back to farming, making his rival seethe with rage, having his time wasted. I would be more angry if the developers were poorly managing the game from making their co-workers unsafe. 7 out of 10. Even in a questionable MMO, Shrek is still love in life. It's simple, laid back, not cheaping out on the laughs. The characters and comedy are decent, but it would be more interesting if they had more custom Shrek avatars. I was let down they didn't do an epic RPG battle despite the circumstances being pointless. Even if the real ending was funny to other members, it would have been helped to bump up the score. But to each your own. Considering the timing, Steve Harvey would love this no matter how controversial that would sound on Tesla for him. Rest easy, All-Star. That wraps up another month of non-controversial Mario parodies. And it looks like they're cooking something unexpected for the spooky month, so make sure you turn in for that. As always, stay safe as the leaves fall down. Until next time, peace out.
Ugly face ever again? Because if he does, then I shall rip him in half in one bite, just like I did with
What the fuck is he even saying?